साथियों, भारत और भूटान सिर्फ सीमाओं से नहीं, संस्कृतियों से भी जुड़े हैं। हमारा रिश्ता वैल्यूज का है, इमोशंस का है, पीस का है, प्रोग्रेस का है।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's recent tour of Bhutan has once again highlighted the depth of India's relationship with its Himalayan neighbor and the strategic choices Bhutan has made in the face of competing diplomatic overtures. During this visit, PM Modi announced a 4,000 crore concessional line of credit to Bhutan aimed at strengthening its energy and infrastructure sectors.
There was an announcement of a line of credit of Indian rupees 4,000, which translates into 0 from 40 billion, which has been kind of extended. And after the meeting today,
The inauguration of the 1,020-megawatt Punatsangchhu-II hydroelectric project, a flagship India-assisted venture, underscored how Bhutan's growth trajectory continues to be tied closely to Indian investments. This is not a new development, but part of a long-standing pattern where Bhutan has consistently leaned on India for its economic and developmental needs, while keeping China at arm's length despite Beijing's repeated attempts to expand influence in the region.
Now, Prime Minister Modi is a spiritual master. So he's come here as a leader of India, a political leader of India. But as far as I'm concerned, like my elder brother is here as a spiritual master to offer prayers along with us for global peace. So we are very excited, yes.
Bhutan's geographic significance for India cannot be overstated. Nestled between India and China, Bhutan forms a critical buffer in the eastern Himalayas. Its proximity to the sensitive Siliguri corridor makes Bhutan's stability vital for India's national security. Any tilt towards China would have direct implications for India's defense posture in the northeast. This is why India has invested heavily in Bhutan's development, ensuring that Thimphu's economic future is tied to New Delhi rather than Beijing. The line of credit announced during PM Modi's tour is not just financial assistance, it is a strategic investment in securing India's neighborhood against Chinese encroachment. China has long sought to woo Bhutan through diplomacy, offering to settle border disputes and dangling the prospect of economic cooperation. Yet Bhutan has remained cautious. Unlike Nepal or Sri Lanka, which have accepted Chinese loans and projects under the Belt and Road Initiative, Bhutan has resisted such overtures. The reason lies in both geography and history. Bhutan shares a disputed border with China, and Beijing's claims over territories like Doklam have been a source of tension. The 2017 Doklam standoff, where Indian and Chinese troops faced off over Chinese road construction in disputed territory, reinforced Bhutan's reliance on India as its security guarantor. For Thimphu, aligning too closely with Beijing risks undermining its sovereignty and inviting strategic vulnerabilities. India's approach, by contrast, has been rooted in partnership and capacity building. Hydropower is the backbone of Bhutan's economy, and India has been the principal financer and buyer of Bhutanese electricity. Projects like Punatsangchhu-II and earlier ventures such as Tala and Chukha have not only provided Bhutan with revenue but also integrated its energy sector with India's grid. This creates a symbiotic relationship. Bhutan gains economic stability, while India secures clean energy and strengthens its foothold in the region. The new line of credit extends this model further, ensuring Bhutan's growth is powered by Indian capital and expertise rather than Chinese loans that often come with strings attached.
So hydropower is a very strong area for Bhutan in terms of a large number of rivers, etc., having huge potential, estimated to be of the order of 35,000 megawatts. So 1,020 megawatt project which has been completed and which we expect joint inauguration tomorrow by the leaders of the two countries, I think is a very important addition. It will add about 40% of the total installed capacity of hydropower generation in Bhutan. So it will become an important project for Bhutan's own economic development.
Bhutan's choice to deepen ties with India is also shaped by its cautious foreign policy. The country has no formal diplomatic relations with China, and its engagement with Beijing has been limited to border talks. By contrast, Bhutan's relationship with India is institutionalized through treaties, trade, and people-to-people exchanges. India remains Bhutan's largest trading partner and its primary source of foreign investment. The expansion of rail connectivity announced during PM Modi's visit, linking Bhutanese towns to India's network, will further cement this dependence and open new avenues for Bhutanese exports. Chinese diplomacy has failed in Bhutan because it has not been able to overcome the trust deficit. Bhutanese policymakers are acutely aware of the debt traps that have ensnared other South Asian nations under Chinese financing. They see India not as a creditor, but as a partner whose interests align with Bhutan's sovereignty and stability. While China offers promises of infrastructure and economic aid, Bhutan perceives these as tools of strategic leverage. India, on the other hand, has demonstrated consistency in supporting Bhutan's development without undermining its independence. PM Modi's tour and the announcements made during it reaffirm that Bhutan's growth story is intertwined with India's strategic vision. The Rs 4,000 crore line of credit, the hydropower projects, and the connectivity initiatives are not isolated gestures but part of a broader strategy to ensure that Bhutan remains firmly within India's orbit. For China, this represents a diplomatic setback. Despite years of effort, Beijing has not succeeded in drawing Bhutan into its sphere of influence. Geography, history, and trust have all combined to make Bhutan's choice clear. When it comes to growth and security, India is the partner of choice and Chinese diplomacy has little room to maneuver in the Himalayan kingdom.